Starcraft 2 AI ladder tournament. I'm here with EJK, who is ably
Hi
standing
all.
in for Doctor, who unfortunately couldn't be with us tonight. I definitely have not murdered him for giving me abuse last week, so please don't make any accusations like that. I don't murder my guests on my stream, which I'm sure you'll be happy to learn,
That's
EJK.
comforting to hear.
Yeah. So anyway, we've got the final bracket of Group A today. So I'm gonna go. Um, we've got 6 games that we're going to go through. Um, I think so. I think first one up is going to be. Should we get straight into it? Um, I
Yeah,
think
unless you is there a oh, hold on, I'm looking at the stream. I'm
that's
like, what? Everything's delayed. Gotta get used to the production. So if there's a bracket that we can show everybody, kind of, or at least outline the games that are going to be played, that might be helpful.
yeah, cool. Um, so the first we can see the brackets from last week. I'll get that up now. Um, let's if I can get the Chrome window up. That doesn't seem to work. What I will do, I will actually put a rolling bracket as we go. So um, for anyone who's not actually caught up, the current bracket is Tychus on first place with 4 wins, 1 loss. Additional Pylons is in second place, along with Tier and Veteran, all on 3 wins with 2 losses. Three-Way Lover is in fourth with 2 wins and 3 losses. And in fifth is Qbot with 0 wins and 5 losses. So everyone is still in with a really good chance of making it. So,
What is Qbot's chance?
well, if he wins all 5 games, it could be a very quick night for him. If he loses his first game, then obviously he's out. Um,
Okay, and I think we'll be showing that he's playing against V Terran later.
yes, he's showing for
Okay.
Veteran later. We do have some highlights for you as well. So, um, and then, uh, so in between the actual streamed games, we're probably going to show you a few of the highlights of the other games. We've got a few of those coming up. EJK, you'll probably have to watch that on the stream unless you want me to share the videos with you, but it's up to you.
That's cool. It'll just be a little bit of a delay, but
Yeah,
you know
no,
how long the stream delay is by chance? It looks about 3 to 5 seconds.
yeah, so probably about that.
Okay,
But
that's cool. That's not too bad.
yeah, so if you don't mind that, I'm just loading up the first game now.
All right,
So
I'm at
first,
0-0, so whenever you're ready, we can go.
cool. Yeah, the first game is going to be Tychus. No, sorry, Veteran versus Additional Pylons, or Veteran. I should call him Veteran, shouldn't I?
You call
So,
him veteran, I call him VE Terran or V Terran, but I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure.
yeah. So, I think it's supposed to be Veteran, but yeah. Anyway, ready to go in 3, 2, 1, and we're going.
Okay.
So, on the top left is the red Terran, that's Veteran. And in the bottom right is additional pylons, the blue Protoss. So I think in the first game, I think uh, did Veteran win this one? I think so. Yes.
I did not watch any of the games, by the way. We're going to be showing a total of 6 games, full games, while the rest are going to be highlights.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be as surprised as everyone else on the stream is. Well, maybe like 3 to 5 seconds ahead.
Yeah. So Tyr is saying that he likes to pronounce Veteran with a Russian accent. So maybe Veteran,
How does that even sound? A Russian accent
like
of that.
Veteran maybe, or
Veteran.
I'm terrible with accents. Okay, so yeah.
Says the guy with the English accent.
Yeah, but that doesn't really count. That's a norm. That's my normal accent, so that's fine.
Yeah, I'm the same boat with you. I'm fine with just calling him veteran. I don't think the bot will take any offense either.
No,
Ooh,
no.
so this wall off, very fast wall off. Not really sure what the implication behind that is. Maybe there's some things on the ladder that veteran was preparing for, but that's certainly an early wall off.
Yeah. Normally this is a good tactic against the Zergs because all the Zergs on the ladder try to rush you with a few Zerglings. It's pretty normal.
And then
Yeah.
also making a Marine as opposed to a Reaper.
Yeah.
There's the Reaper.
So the Reaper comes out second. Yeah. That goes in for a little bit of a harass normally. But it's a nice early expand from additional pylons as well. So
Yeah, that was a Nexus before Gateway. Very
yeah.
fast. And it works out in additional pylon's favor because that Reaper harass isn't going to be coming anytime soon. That could have done a lot of damage against the... Oh my god. The second Nexus.
Wow. He's going for the really, really greedy approach this time. I think this is very different to what we saw last week as well. So he has made some improvements. But yeah, that's super greedy. Before he's even got his cyber core.
Yeah. Zealot coming out, maybe? I don't see one queued up.
Not one yet. The cyber core's been launched now.
Well, oof. So Cybercore takes about 35 seconds to build. This Reaper is across the map already. Let's see how much micro that veteran's going to do, how efficient it can be.
Yeah.
So far, not that efficient.
It's getting all the probes down, but it doesn't seem to be killing any of them. It's the problem.
I'm curious why it shot the Nexus 3 times. It must maybe because the probes were they were slightly out of range.
Yeah. But I think we're seeing the Stalker just being started now as the second Reaper comes across.
You know, and this micro is actually going in additional pylon's favor because all of these probes, these weaker probes, are not being picked off. No. So it could have, a lot more damage could have been done.
We see the Stalker popping out now. That should help.
Should.
I think that's what 5 or 6 probes went down for additional pylons, which is not fatal, but
not fatal. No, you're right. Now it will slow additional pylons down depending on what he wants to do with that third Nexus. That third Nexus was unscouted. Oh, one Reaper did die. That's unfortunate. Yeah,
the other one got away, I think, and is coming back in for another try here.
Okay, that's good. Stalker, I wonder what the reason behind... Oh, yeah, so additional pylons did scout with the probe.
Yeah.
So that Stalker was just very far out of position. It wouldn't really make sense for it to go out on its own across to the other side of the base.
No. We see a couple of Stalkers walking across the map now, probably going for an attack.
Well, so far, I would say that additional pylons is in a pretty solid lead. That rush with the 3 Nexuses is starting to pay off now.
Yeah. Certainly could have been punished a lot worse, but it looks like the Stalker might go down. That's some good micro with the Stalker there to take out all the Marines and the Hellion.
Yeah, definitely getting a lot of value out of it. I don't see any... So there's drilling claws on the way for the Widow Mines, and there's a lot of Widow Mines right now. Additional pylons has 0 detection.
Yeah.
This could be an issue.
I mean, he is getting a robo up, but nothing yet.
I'm curious what the fleet beacon is for, if it's going to be a fast Tempest rush, maybe.
I think he did go for Tempests last time, so I think probably try that again. But we're seeing the third base under a lot of threat here. I don't know if that's going to be enough to take down. Ooh, nice Widow Mine shot there.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was most of the army.
It's interesting that he's going for the natural now and not going for the third, because I think he could have probably just taken down that third entirely. But he's getting a lot done here as well. So
Both are pretty good options.
yeah,
Splitting his units, so oh my gosh, this is a ton of damage.
yeah,
There's just no units out for additional pylons, unfortunately.
I think he's trying to build zealots without without the zealot legs, without the charge. So that's not going to do very well against these marines, unfortunately.
He's also bottlenecked with only one warp gate production, but this immortal.
Well, that mortal's
Oh my
doing
gosh, that stalker instantly died. 100% of your gateway production.
yeah.
Again, but this immortal's doing a good job,
Wow.
at least.
Yeah, that's hero immortal right there. But that
Immortals
third
are-
base is pretty much going down, I think.
Yeah. On the other side, veteran is taking a third base, almost done. So
Yeah.
while additional pylons is losing his base, veteran is gaining an additional base. That was
Yeah.
some pretty sharp pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess additional pylons might not lose this base
No.
after all.
It looks like he's going to hold on to it, and additional pylons has the Tempests out now, which is not normally that good against just marines, but
That immortal dying was huge.
yeah,
Now disruptors being made, that's not the unit that you want to make.
no. Especially against a very spread out attack here. There's not very many units like clumped up in a big lump for you to hit the disruptor shots on.
Yeah. The disruptor shots do have enough range to possibly kill widow mines at least.
Yeah.
But these widow mines they're doing a ton of damage with the widow. Oh, nice disruptor shot on burrowed
Yeah.
widow mine. But it feels like to do well against veteran, you have to have some sort of way to deal with this trademark widow mine push,
Yeah.
harass, hack, whatever you call it.
It's not quite a hack, but yeah, he uses them very well. But it does look like additional pylons is now stabilized a bit more. So
Mind me, the author of additional pylons is asking what the date is on the server.
the date on the server, today.
When the game was played, I think.
Oh, today, like this morning.
Okay, so it should be the most up to date.
Yes. Yeah.
All of these bots should be the most up to date.
Yeah, I took the update from this morning. It's definitely definitely the correct update. I made sure. But yeah, I think we're seeing additional pylons now. Just gonna try this cyclone harass. But,
These two Tempests are doing pretty well,
yes.
but now that the Raven's out, the Observer could be sniped a lot more easily, and the Observer is really...
Ooh.
Oh my god!
Those hits on the Tempest, that was insane. Oh, it took out one of the Tempests. The other Tempest is very, very low.
Somehow this push is still going on.
Yeah.
There's only one Observer, and this Observer is just ready to die. But
I do like the disruptor answer to the Widow Mines though, because even if you can't see them, you can still hit them.
ooh,
And there goes another Tempest.
you know, I wonder also if it's a purposeful answer or if it's something that just happened to be working out well.
I'm not sure if I've seen this before from additional pylons, so it's a good chance that it is actually a specific answer, as we see the battle cruisers now for
Oh
veteran.
well, I think Tempests do beat battle cruisers.
If you keep them at range, yes, but if there's any mistake, you can get your
Oh.
motoed straight out. Ooh.
These Ravens aren't using their energy at all. I wonder if that is a bug, perhaps.
It's possible.
It could if you put down auto turrets. Well, it'd be hard to decide when to put down auto turrets. But even using this interference matrix, disabling a unit for 8 seconds is pretty huge.
Yes. Especially against these Tempests.
This Tempest count is building up to a respectable amount now. And Veteran, the only things that can shoot up are Cyclones, Widow Mines, and Battle Cruisers.
Yeah.
And against a Tempest with 15 range, I'm not too sure that any of these are the answer.
Like I say, if you can get that battle cruiser in range to put a couple of Yamato shots on and then pull him back again, that could probably do a lot of damage. But the problem is getting him in and out without him dying.
I don't think, actually, a Yamato cannon does 240 damage, which I feel like got nerfed, but I haven't been paying attention to all the patch changes. The Tempest has 175 total health and shields combined. So one single Yamato does not actually kill a Tempest.
Okay. So you'd probably require 2 on there, but there's a couple of battle cruisers out now. So yeah, it's a very slow way of removing the Tempests, but it will get you there. I think we see the 4th base going down now as well. So
Additional Pylons has done a great job of keeping up an expansion count.
yeah.
So this isn't an all-in attack by any means. This is just a continuous parade push, what have you.
Yeah. This is something that bots are very good at compared to humans, is just that they never retreat. They just keep on pushing the whole time.
Yeah, it's great. It's a really cool style to see.
Yeah.
And it makes the games, certainly, if you can't be as smart as a human, at least you can do things better than a human.
Yeah. Oh, some nice shots off on that battle cruiser there. That goes down.
I gotta say, I like Additional Pylons micro with the Tempests.
Yeah.
There were some oversights where he stepped over a Widow Mines, but for the most part, he's been able to keep them alive. Some of these Tempests have like 10 plus kills, 22,
Oh, wow.
16, 7. They've been alive for a while, and they've been killing high quality units too.
I mean, they've been taking down those battle cruisers, and like I say, the only time they really were in danger was when they had the Widow Mines.
Yeah, that was a really scary time. Also, got to give props to not losing the Observer. If the Observer died at a critical time, the Tempests could have very easily just run over Widow Mines and lost any momentum that might have prevented this from building up.
Yeah, I think we see the couple of Yamato shots there that didn't really get a lot done. But yeah, it looks like Additional Pylons now has pretty much won this. He's going to push in.
Yeah, I think it might be safe to X2 it. This is, I'm pretty confident to call game at this point.
Yeah. Should we speed up and go?
Yeah, I don't. It's just the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
So that was a great game from both of the bots.
Yep.
Very diverse sets of strategies that they both came in to play with, and all having different strengths and weaknesses, and seeing how that combines against each other was pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, anyway, I think after that I might do, just give me one moment, I might do a couple of the highlight games. Well, actually, yeah, because we need to get through a bunch of those. I want to make sure that we at least see some of the action for every game. So,
So you made the highlight? You just kind of like went through the replays and you.
Yes. Yeah, it's basically I just go through the window, through the games, pick out the best bits, and then so yeah. I don't know if you're watching the stream, but
Okay, yeah, I got the stream up. I'm trying to pay attention to chat, but all those streamers make it look so easy. How you can be doing something on the screen and then also reading chat at the same time.
I know. I have great problems with that. But yeah. So this is tier against additional pylons. Um, sorry, having another additional pylons game. I didn't realise that that was the case. Um, so yeah, I think this was actually a really, really interesting game. I, additional pylons tried to use these. Tier is actually our first random bot that plays a random race. Um, so yeah,
Oh, these void rays are strong.
yeah, they are against this, but yeah. So additional pylons was using more of the kind of like stalker tactics at this point. Um, yeah,
I like how additional pylons builds a lot of immortals to combat so it's kind of like stalkers immortals versus stalkers and void rays for the unit compositions.
yes.
Hello, puppy. Hello.
Ooh, ooh, you got a cat.
Oh, it's a dog.
It's a dog. I wasn't watching.
Dog, come here. Come say hi to everybody.
Uh,
There he is. Oh, only
oh,
you can see Crypt. Yeah.
that's cute.
Hello.
I, I
Hello.
I would show it on stream, but like I'm just showing the highlights video. But you like just wait till
Yeah,
this finishes.
I'll keep him here until this highlight's over.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of immortals
Yeah.
against a lot of tempests.
But yeah, it's interesting because like although there are lots of tempests there, the immortals can just push straight through them, like and still take out all the buildings. So as long as they do enough damage behind that, it's still pretty successful.
Additional pylons is making phoenixes. That's the not the right unit to make.
No, unfortunately they kind of die.
No,
Well,
Vernon.
if you get enough of them, they can take down low numbers of tempests. But when you have this amount of tempests, then yeah,
Oh, now it's Tempest versus Tempest.
yeah.
But that's a lot of tempests
Yes.
for tier.
Oh.
So both supplies are still fairly even,
Yes.
strangely enough. But additional pylons has about 20 more workers, and I think Tyr may be out of money at this point. His income is only about 800 minerals,
Yeah.
so that suggests he's on less than one base.
Yeah, so I think because of additional pylon style of constant push, Tyr couldn't actually get out to make any more expansions. So it's kind of
A war of attrition where
yeah,
it looks like additional pylons wins simply because of that. The resources lost tab is pretty horrendous too, especially for a mirror matchup. About 29k lost for Tyr and 39k lost for additional pylons.
yeah.
It also, is it just me, or do the Tempests look like they overshoot on a lot of units too?
Yeah, possibly. I haven't really. Oh yeah, so a lot of those immortals are taking a fair number of shots to the Tempest, so I don't think it's a problem with this too much. But yes, a lot of
I
bots
noticed
have
it a
that
lot
problem.
with the Stalkers, and it was painful to watch
Yeah.
all of them die really fast, or really slowly, I should say. Wow. Additional pylons. Look at that. There's this one base in the 6 o'clock position, in the 5 o'clock position.
Yeah.
Really aggressive expanding.
So yeah, I think at this point that was pretty much the end of it.
Yeah, it looks kind of like the beginning of the end. I don't think Tyr can make anything at this point. 2 workers and 0 minerals. Yeah, yeah. Additional pylons has a lot of turnarounds so far. 2 out of 2.
Yeah, not too bad.
Okay, guys.
So there we go. You can see the dog now. Let me
Go
just.
say hi. There he is. There you are. Aren't you a cute doggy?
Oh,
Yeah.
he's so cute.
Hi. Hi.
Oh,
Okay, okay, I got
what's
it.
his name?
His name's Merlin.
Oh, hello Merlin.
Mr. Merlin. Mwah.
Right.
Okay, down you go.
Anyway, what I am going
I
to do
got a
quickly
task, an important
is
tournament, Merlin. I'll play with you later, okay? Okay? Go, go. No, go. Okay.
let me
Are
have a
you
look.
updating the bracket
Yes.
as we go? Okay.
Um, I've not got it in a very nice way, but I've got it in my little chart here. Um, so you can see additional pylons is now top. And 5 wins, 2 losses. Tychus hasn't played yet, so he'll be on next, I think. Veteran and Tier are both 3 for 3. Three-Way Lover, 2 for 3, and Cubot still on 0 for 5. We'll see his games in a bit. So, yeah. The next game we'll have up after that introduction is Tier against Tychus. Have you got that loaded up?
Yep, getting into the lobby.
Cool.
Or not the lobby, the game.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm so impressed with Tier for putting a random bot in here because it does allow for quite a lot of different games. And anyway, but let me know when
Alright,
you're
I'm
ready.
ready.
Cool. 3, 2, 1, go. So
Good luck, have fun.
yeah. So
What a happy bot.
I know I like Tier. It's very nice spirit. So yeah, Tier is in the bottom right. He's picked Terran this time, and Tychus also Terran. And hell, it's a bot time. So yeah.
Oh, oh, oh. Where are these SCVs going? They are
Oh dear.
good.
Yeah, I think this is going to be our little proxy. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not actually showing the game. Sorry.
Oh no.
There we go. Uh, so basically, for those who missed it, it looks like Tier has been selected Terran and has decided to do a nice little proxy over here. Um,
It's
yeah,
going to be a proxy with Marines, not Reapers.
yeah, it's going to be very difficult for Tychus to spot as well.
Oh yeah, let's see if Tychus even reacts properly once this SCV gets into the base.
Yeah.
Probably not gonna. I mean,
No.
how you can't really say like what does it say that's a proxy? That would say that's a proxy to the bot.
I
Nothing really.
I mean, as a human player, if I go into a Terran's base and don't see any production buildings, I'm pretty sure I'm getting proxied somewhere, but I'm not sure if the bot will react.
Now
Um,
this bunker placement, I guess they want it. Tier wants it far enough out so that he can get the bunkers down, so that he has a retreat point of some sort.
yeah.
Oh no, Tychus is building Marines. No Reaper.
Oh, this is gonna be bad for you, Tychus. Sorry.
Yes. Doesn't look like. Well, let's see what Tychus builds. A Widow Mine. Okay, that's definitely
Yeah.
not great.
I mean, unless Tia walks straight into it, which is entirely possible. And now
Oh
Tychus
no.
sees it. Now he sees it. Oh, you're in trouble, my friend.
Oh wow,
Here
look at
come the
this SCV
boys.
pool. Oh my gosh.
That's surely not gonna be successful.
It's not. Oh no.
Oh, this is bad.
These SCVs are they're attacking the empty bunker.
Oh no!
There's more that are blocked in the main base, and there's a Marine blocked too. Oh my gosh.
Here comes the lone SCV. Hero SCV dies. Yeah, there's not.
That was an interesting reaction.
So only 8 workers left for Tychus now. So I think
Yeah, that was a really big hit. Cyclone coming out, if it's microed properly, it might be able to break out eventually. It has the capacity.
sure, but Tyr really doesn't need to do a lot here. He just needs to kind of like sit and contain. And I don't
Oh
think
yeah, and in
Tychus
fact,
is.
we see that he has 2 gases already built. He actually has a lot of gas stockpiled, so he could very easily transition out of this.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, is this cyclone,
he's dead.
did it, maybe it ran out of vision or something, so it had to keep, yeah, I think it
Yeah.
might have just ran out of vision, so it had to keep going back in range of the bunker.
Ah,
Oh, and the
and
rest of the
the rest of
SCVs
the
are being
SCVs are
pulled.
coming.
I wonder why
Oh,
that is.
so yep, no more workers, only mules left for. Oh wait, no, he's got 2. But
That's just about game here.
yeah,
Now, the real question is, does Tyr attack and finish? Or,
I
like, I wonder what he's waiting for.
I think he's probably just kind of like going to sit and contain there for a while. I'm not sure he realizes how good a position he's in. Um, I know. I think I remember last week when Tyr rolled Terran that he ended up getting battle cruisers at some point.
Okay.
So Tyr was saying in the chat that it'll attack eventually, but it'll build up an army first. So yeah.
Well,
Ah. Yeah, but she's asking, will it go for the range upgrade for the bunker? No, no, doesn't exist, right?
tank. That's interesting. I guess you
Hmm.
could incorporate, you do a contain, and then you get the tank over, and
Yeah,
if you have enough for a scan, then you can break up the ramp if there's significant defenses up there.
yeah. I just think it's the case that Tyr doesn't realize how good a position he's in.
It looks
But
like the
yeah,
whole point from Tyr was to sit here and do a contain and to prevent the natural from being built. I don't think there was any intention of getting anything more out of the build.
no,
Now, why Tychus decided to pull all of the SCVs is kind of interesting. So it clearly didn't know how to react to Tyr's bot.
oh, and they're going again.
Yeah, there they go again. Maybe it's because, yeah, I'm just not really sure. They see it. They see like a bunch of
Ah,
Marines.
there we go. Yeah, so that was quite a nice win from Tyr there. Um, yeah,
Yeah, Tyr still managing it to keep it fresh.
yeah. So that puts, let me just get the bracket up again. If I can. Yep. So
Oh,
there we go. So Tychus now 4 for 2, Tyr on 4 for 3, and Veteran on there. Sorry, the positions are slightly altered there. Um, so yes, GG. That was Tyr doing his Terran build, which was quite impressive. I'm now going to do another highlight video, if that's alright with you.
yep.
Cool. And now I want to do three-way lover against Qbot.
This is
So
Qbot's chance.
this is Qbot's last chance. If he loses this game, he's not going to do it again. And now he's just running Zerglings
Oh,
into
this doesn't look
cannons.
good.
No. But yeah. He does manage to take out that expansion though, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough.
What's this now? Three-way lover takes the hidden expansion like normal, but DTs instead of Tempests.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
So there's definitely no, yeah, there's so many DTs.
There's nothing he can really do about this. There's no detection either. He doesn't have overseers.
Yeah, Cubot's strategy really fed into Three-Way Lover's strategy of Three-Way Lover does the blind defense,
Yeah.
and Cubot does an ultimate aggressive build. I would chalk this up to say it's basically a build order win at the
Yeah,
end of the
pretty
day.
much. I think the strategy for Qbot didn't really lend itself to this tournament format. He done quite well on the ladder with a similar build, and there we have the pineapple cord.
Oh,
So
so Tier says uh, Nike got very far last season by building a proxy hatch rate in its opponent's natural. And the
yeah,
SCV pool would have been great against that.
yeah,
So unfortunately, not all buildings are as harmless as hatcheries.
no. Okay, so one more before we go back to the other stream. It's Veteran against Tychus. Um, so yeah, I think we see here um, Veteran is coming in with some early harass for the Reapers. Um, I think that's quite well held by Tychus there. Um,
I agree. I agree.
yeah,
Oh, this cyclone's so dangerous.
and then Tychus tries a nice drop in the main, but that's very, very well handled by Veteran.
Oh, there's no stim.
No.
Oh my gosh, they just were left to die too.
So this is something we noticed last week. That essentially, um, that when Tychus uses the medivacs, he doesn't use them to get his troops out. He just leaves them to die. Um, but we see a nice push here from Tychus. So
I guess it's just a lot more simple to do that because then if you're trying to pick them up and retreat, there's a whole lot of logic that
yeah,
goes into when do you retreat, when do you not retreat.
yeah. Uh, so yeah, we see some nice tank pushes over here into the base of Tychus. Um,
This is a pretty big macro game. Five
yeah.
bases versus five bases.
Yeah, I think there was quite a long siege onto the fourth up in the top right-hand corner of Tychus, which kept going for ages and just didn't actually manage to take that down because of all the repairing from the SCVs. But this was slightly more successful, I think.
These siege tanks are doing a ton of damage. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool to see them or see how the units kind of react to walking into siege lines. Because you know
yeah,
how you were talking about, we noticed how the bots tend to do a parade push, constantly streaming units through. Well, that definitely isn't a good idea against siege lines.
no, no, it's definitely. But then, a lot of the times we see that was additional pylons doing that with air units as well. So, yeah, but siege tanks are very good alternatives to that. And I think Veteran here has the battle cruisers out.
Yeah, he has the decisive lead at this point. So it's been like 3 minutes, and at the 1, 2, 3, at the 3 o'clock position,
Yeah,
there's been a tank and like a cyclone there for a very long time at this point, just hammering away at that planetary.
yeah.
I'm a bit surprised that it wasn't able to be cleaned up.
It keeps getting repaired. So I think it's just a single tank sitting there, and the SCVs are able to pick that up rather nicely. So, so yeah, we there have a win for Veteran.
All right, all right.
So let me just update the brackets for that. Um, so now, um, obviously, not all the bots have played the same amount of games at this point, but let me just show you the brackets as they stand. Additional pylons came into this with obviously single game behind. Tychus has now taken the lead on 5 wins, 2 losses. Tychus, Veteran, and Tier all in second place on 4 wins and 3 losses. Three-Way Lover is on 3 and 3, and Qbot unfortunately is the first to be eliminated on 0 for 6. So, yeah, so it's very close.
Yes, this could be, if Three-Way Lover wins this next game against Tychus that we're going to show,
Yep.
be a 4-way tie almost.
A 4-way Tychus. No, sorry, I'm terrible. Forget I said it. Right, let me know when you're good to go.
Okay, give me 1 sec. Also, for the brackets, is that a Microsoft table that I notice?
It is. I'm just actually no, it's LibreOffice, so yeah, it's fine.
Oh, okay. By the way, I'm ready to go.
Cool. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Yeah. So down here in the bottom right, it is Three-Way Lover, and up in the top left, the blue Terran, it's Tychus, who needs this win to get back onto terms with additional pylons, who has had a fantastic day so far.
No, either of, well, so it's top 3 advance, top 2 advance?
It's the top 2 advance to the semi-finals next week. So
Okay.
still all to play for.
Yeah, it's still anyone's game at this point.
But yeah,
no, I think we're pretty familiar with how both of these bots open up at this point. Do you think that Three-Way Lover is going to go for another DT rush, or do you think that it mixes up its builds?
It does like to mix up its build. I don't know. I know that last week it went for a lot of Cyclone rushes. I think we saw earlier it went for a lot of Adepts as well. So, though interestingly, it's gone Forge first this time. So, Cannon Rush? No, there's nothing over the other side yet. So, that wouldn't suggest it.
All right. Also, is it just me, or do none of these maps this season have watchtowers? I can't recall any map specifically having watchtowers.
Not on this rotation, I don't believe.
Yeah,
I think
right?
Stasis did, but we had to remove Stasis from the map pool because of the air blockers. So
the air buggers.
I think Year Zero does on the new map pool as well, although I think we might be in a similar situation with that.
Okay.
So yeah.
I guess they wouldn't really be used too much in bot world, but it was just a thought.
Actually, we did have a bot that used it. I can't remember which one it was, but we see that first SCV go down and the Reaper's coming across.
Yeah, great micro from Three-Way Lover.
Yeah.
That is why you bring 2 probes and not 1.
Yeah. Be interesting to see if this Reaper can get past the cannon. Doesn't look like it can.
Yeah, you're right. If it can, it could do. Oh.
Oh. But yeah. It looks like Three-Way Lover.
But if it could, that could have been. Well, I guess the Stalker's being chronoed out, so it wouldn't have been detrimental.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been fatal, but it might have got a few probes. But we're seeing the reactor down on the on the barracks for Tychus, so hopefully should be powering out some units there.
Ooh, Twilight Council. So it looks like it's going to be DTs.
Well, possibly. I think he's probably going to mix some DTs in, but I don't know if that's going to be the main thrust of his build here.
It could definitely give Tychus some trouble if it hits before turrets come out, but I've seen Tychus make Ravens a lot. It's just, when does it make a Raven? Is the Raven out in time for the DTs? There's a lot of uncertainty there.
Yeah. So we now see the Twilight Council, Dark Shrine being built. So, yes, it is DTs. Interesting placement of the expansion, though. So,
making it very non-obvious. If you click the Nexus, you can kind of see something interesting with the rally point too.
Oh wow. That's some nice APM spam there.
Yeah, just
I
whatever you
wonder
can do to
if
keep your hands warm.
I've never understood that. APM spam. I don't know. Yeah.
It looks like it's going in a pattern too. It's not just completely random.
Yeah. Oh,
It's got a
that's
mind
weird.
of its own.
Uh, Yambushi is in chat. I'm wondering if he could shed any light on that.
So one thing I immediately notice here is that the DT shrine is almost done. I guess it's just a dark shrine, not a DT shrine.
Yes.
So it's almost done, and there's no forward pylon. So that means that the DT is going to have to travel all the way across the map
Yeah.
in a diagonal line.
There's
So
no
the maximum amount of distance.
there's no warp prism coming out at the moment either. So, although we're getting a couple of observers now, but still.
Oh yeah, and I wonder. It's kind of doing a little bit of everything. DTs, get
Yeah.
an observer, get a Stargate while you're at it. Why not?
Got to be prepared.
Tychus is not prepared though. No
No.
scans saved up. The engineering bay has just been started, but there's no indication that a Raven's going to be made. So
No.
if these DTs come out, well, I guess there's just one.
But if there's no detection, one is often enough.
Yeah, I wonder if Tychus could recognize that it's under attack, and then drop the or like move the what am I trying to say? Put up the wall in the main base.
Yeah.
I guess that doesn't really make much sense now that I'm saying it out loud.
But he'd still lose his expansion then. I think we're seeing
Is
that
this?
there.
I think for three-way lover, I think this observer is the thing that's following this DT around. What is this DT doing?
He's running away! There's a battle there, they're taking out the stalkers and the DT's like, fuck you guys, I'm gonna go over here.
Okay, well, there's a turret in the main base. There's no turret in the natural, but this command center could be canceled.
Yeah. But
Unfortunately, Tychus has a very strong army coming three-way lover's way, and is that the only DT that's out right now?
I believe
Or
so,
two.
yeah. So there's two
Oh
on
my
that.
good lord, the other one is chasing an SCV.
Well, it got the cancel on the command center anyway. So
Tychus could have done a lot of damage here. I'm surprised that it kind of just pitter-pattered out. Tychus actually doesn't scout. Ooh.
So yeah, it got that DT there from the
Oh,
tower.
because it's in the turret.
Yeah.
That. Well, this time the DT's not in range of the turret.
No, I mean I'm wondering how big the range is on that, and there he is, steps in range.
Yeah,
So,
it must have been just outside of range.
yeah. So it does look like Tychus is quite a bit better prepared for this now. And yeah, he's not
There's
that
a
far
turret.
behind.
There's a turret at the third base now.
Yeah. I think Tychus realised that he was getting hit by DTs, but it's not going to help you with this army up against this stalk here on the top right.
Yeah, Tychus, just all he needs to do is move across and kill stuff. There's no defense.
I mean, look at the army supply on that. I think we are seeing now Tychus moving across here and removing this, well, it's not really a natural, but it's kind of a natural.
DT got warped in.
Yeah.
Oh no, but the micro showed exposed another hidden base by accident.
Oh. But it does look like this DT is going to be able to clear up this attack in the almost natural.
Oh my gosh, how much DT does 45 damage. Marines have 55 because of combat shields. Okay, never mind.
Oh, there we go.
Now this Widow Mine at the 3 o'clock base. Well, okay. It can just do that too.
Yeah.
All right, so I think Tychus is in a definitive advantage at this point. Three-way lover doesn't really have too many options or too many good things going for it right now. Has a oversaturated main base.
Yeah.
Still got three bases.
Although Tyker still doesn't have a Raven out, so like he's not going to be able to see the DTs unless he does a scan, and I'm not sure if he's got the energy for scans right now.
That's really the saving grace, is not having a Raven out.
Yeah. So, but the problem is that three-way lever doesn't have enough DTs to really cut through the army fast enough to stop the pushes. As we see, I think we're seeing Tyker's going to drop into the main here. Let's see how this goes.
There's really no defense.
No.
There's really
Yeah,
no army. What's
there's
we
no
got
army whatsoever for
two
Tychus.
stalkers, but it says 6 army supply for me. 8 army
Yeah.
supply. Oh, it's counting the units that are being warped in and
Yes.
in production. Oh, okay.
So he's producing a Void Ray, which I'm not certain that that's the best solution to this problem.
No,
But
and no fleet beacon either, so there wasn't really any other choice but to produce a void ray.
Yeah. I mean, even an Oracle would be better against this army than a Void Ray, probably.
This void ray is doing a good job
Yeah.
microing, surprisingly. So it has 6 range and Marines have 5, so technically it can kill off all of these Marines without dying.
Oh! This is fun. But it looks like the third is going to get taken down anyway. Or, no, DTs have cleaned up the attack on the third. these poor Marines! They just can't do anything. But three-way lover is down to just 12 workers now. So, yeah.
Can't really do much himself.
No. Just 14 workers and 8 army as we see another attack going up into the third here. I think this should remove the third base.
I think if more DTs were made instead of stalkers,
Yeah.
this could have been a very different game. The invisible pressure of the DTs, as long as they don't get clumped up against Widow Mines, might have, like, kill the army faster, retaliate. You're able to snipe turrets within a second, or within seconds with DTs.
Yeah. It's something, tactic I use on ladder a lot. It's just warping in DTs at someone's base. It's hell of a fun.
To use DT Blink at all?
Yes. It's so good. Hey, look, I'm only a platinum player, so like it works really well against platinum players.
Oh yeah, and by the time you know what's going on, then you just blink back away. It's like, bye.
Yeah. It's so much fun. But yeah, just 2 workers now left for three-way lover. I wonder whether.
Yeah, I think it's safe to call it.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for Tychus. Tychus is playing with this food, and we don't want to watch him play with this food.
Okay. All right. Let's go fast forward this. I don't think we're going to see Tychus play with his food for very long. So.
The three-way lover just cannot make a comeback here with only 3 probes. But the DT, this is a really good DT, and it's got 30 kills.
Yeah.
It can get up to what's a betting number? I mean, the main base still has to be killed, so this DT will probably get above 40 kills.
Yeah. So.
Or will it?
So yeah, I just fast forwarded out of the game, but
Okay. I'm going to go to the end of the game and see how many kills this DT gets.
go for it.
There's only maybe like 20 seconds left.
In the meantime, I will put the score up on the screen for everyone.
Oh, all right, guys. If you guys want to know how many kills the last DT got, I have the answer, and you should write in chat what you think it is.
Go on, let's have some guesses. I'm thinking somewhere mid-40s.
Well, oh, Nike got it. 51 exactly.
51, wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Chippy Dip says over 9,000. If it was that, like we'd have the winner of the most kills. Uh, it's
I
actually
can't believe on the dot too. 51.
nice. Um, so actually, that brings me to a very interesting point that I was supposed to read out, which was the results of some of our side game tournaments. Um, so yes, in the competition for who could have the most kills for the bot after the first week, the current leader is Micro Machine with 998 kills. Second is Three-Way Lover with 926. Tychus has 868. Perfect Splits on 791. Sharpened Edge 736. Madbot 674. Veteran 662. Additional Pylons 654. Gagamine is 502. Tier on 374. Lambda on 290. And Qbot on 116. And just briefly for the bot with the fastest win time, Kagame is on 10 minutes and 25. Tier is on second on 11:16, and pretty much everyone after that is quite a long way behind. I would read them all out, but yeah. So just in case you're interested on the side games, guys, I can put that in a chart in a bit, but it's up to you. So some real murderous spots there.
I think we should have more kind of like side things going besides, well, as long as the overhead for the tournament allows it. But like earlier on, it was mentioned, like having the best chat message award or like the
Yeah.
snarkiest bot maybe.
Yeah, we do actually have an award for that going on. So I
Oh,
cur
do we really?
yeah, currently I'm liking additional pylons. So
Yeah, he's definitely in the lead.
yeah. Um, right. So
So I think we're gonna show a couple more highlights before we move on to the next game.
yes. So next is Tier versus Veteran. Give me one sec. Let's get that up. So yes, I think we had this was Veteran basically trying to proxy again with his nice
Oh,
proxy
proxy
strat.
again.
Oh, sorry, this is Tia was trying to proxy again.
Oh yeah, yeah, against veteran.
Yeah.
Now, veteran's reaction was to not suicide. Wow, that's a lot of rebirths.
Yes.
Huh.
So I think eventually that tank is doing some work in the corner though.
Yes. So the tank's out now. So oh wow, Tears just decided to expand off of that. Very, very high level strategy
Yeah.
wise. So that's something you see a lot in like high stakes tournaments. You'll cheese out your opponent like this, but then you'll fake them out so that it's not actually an all in and you're psychologically playing against them. But that doesn't exist here.
No, not really. Um, yeah, so Veteran was really just trapped in the corner here while Tyr ran all
Yeah, and
over
we
him.
more importantly in this game, we also see what Tyr's late game is. So mass cyclones, mass siege tanks, single battle cruiser, a lot of marines that don't seem to have stim or upgrades.
No.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I'm right about that based off of what's going on in yeah, no upgrades in the bottom slight right hand corner either.
No.
Very interesting. I wonder if these cyclones understand how to lock on to multiple unit or like multiple lock-ons to the same unit. That's not something that we're really seeing here. They're
No.
actually very afraid of this battle cruiser.
I think it does go down eventually, and then eventually we see.
There it goes.
Yeah,
So, Crip, do you know how much damage a single cyclone does over like its entire damage output over its like 14 seconds of attacking?
I actually don't have an idea.
It does
Does
about
quite a lot.
800 damage
Wow.
over like 14 seconds. Now, if you have like five cyclones, 800 times 5 is 4,000 damage over 14 seconds.
Yeah,
Everything basically melts at that point.
that's pretty good.
I think a Nexus and Command Center have like 1,500 HP or something, so they can take down a Cyclone, or they can take down a Town Hall in like 5 seconds.
Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, I thought they're fairly OP, but like I'm a Protoss player, so
No, 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 no. They're not OP. They're impressive. I don't know where you went from
uh
being OP. Don't give Blizzard those ideas.
oh sorry. Okay, just put the bracket up again. So Tychus and Tia now, joint second place. Veteran on 4-4, three-way lover 3-4, and Qbot 0-6. So I'm just going to put one more highlights up again, just so we can get through these. I've got Tia against Qbot up next, I believe. So yeah, I think Tia was Terran again. Um,
Are you sure it's a random bot?
it is a random bot, yes. But yeah, so the
Oh, but look at this. Tyr did not go for proxy Raxes.
no. I think it was because he's playing against Zerg, and Qbot does like to attack in quite early. So
Oh my gosh. That was a nice choke point.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, and Hellbats too. Yeah, those lings don't stand a chance. So I'm surprised that I guess Tyr, like you said, programmed not to go proxy Raxes against Zerg, but then go proxy Rax against Terran, and then do that little contain like we've seen earlier. So definitely a lot of versatility with what you're able to program and not program. Wow,
yeah.
it's a massacre.
So there we see it. Qbot's going down,
Oh,
and
unfortunately.
calling pineapple. So what I actually think we should do is go through all the highlights videos, and then we can get the bracket to a nice state before we watch the
Okay.
last three
Yeah,
games,
that's a good idea.
and then we can. So that's. So next one is Qbot versus Tychus. Um, so I think again we're going to see Tychus doing some work with the Reaper here. Eventually that Reaper does get taken down, but
Ah, lag.
sorry.
It's back. It's not. It's back.
Sorry, what's up?
No, it's good. It's good. It was just slight stuttering. It could have been a lot worse.
That's okay.
I started picnicking too early.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
fine.
if Qbot was able to transition out to, say, a Baneling bust against these walls, I think that could have been very dangerous.
Yeah,
But I think Qbot's strategy is a great strategy to have on ladder. It helps make your bot a lot more robust against an aggressive Zerg strategy. That's something that everyone should kind of be exposed to, similar to a worker rush. Like everyone should go through the pain of losing to a worker rush at least once, you know.
I've done that a couple. I've had that a couple of times. It's not nice. But you see here, this attack gets cleaned up, but then there's no workers left for Qbot, so um, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Qbot. Like it's it was a very good bot on the main ladder because of everything. And unfortunately, I think the surrender code doesn't quite work as it should. Um,
All right, now we
so
got Cubot against Three-Way Lover.
wait, that's not supposed to happen. What just happened?
Well, I guess it went back.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Right.
Spoilers,
So
Cubot wins this, turns it around.
yeah. So I'm just gonna go three-way lover against additional pylons. Um, I think we saw here that nice early worker for additional pylons there.
Oh, that probe's stuck. That probe.
Oh,
Wait, those are two of Three-Way Lovers.
yeah.
Two of Three-Way Lovers probes that were attacking additional pylons nexus on the other side of the map. I believe that's what we just saw there.
Yeah.
It took a moment to register.
Yes. So
Hey, this is a 4-gate, 5th gate. This is a new strategy from Three-Way Lover. I haven't seen this yet.
no.
4 zealots on the production tab, so this was a
Yeah.
very. Oh, and there's no gas either. Was this one of Three-Way Lover, like really old builds from a season ago? I remember there used to be a strategy like this.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. I think it's kind of adept and zealot strategy. It seems to be rather successful. Right.
Oh, so there's 3 adepts. I think with enough micro, if there is any micro at all, these adepts really shouldn't be too scared of the zealots. Okay, there we go. Yeah, these adepts do crazy amounts of damage against light units.
Yeah. So yeah,
So I
just taking down the base.
I'm guessing that, well, if the adepts actually attack, I think the adepts should have it. They're a superior unit to the zealots
Yes. Yeah.
on paper. But you know who else was superior on paper?
Well, not sure.
The UK against
Oh.
the USA.
Are we going back to that again?
That was just the first thing that popped into mind.
No,
The
fair enough.
underdog won. And I felt like that would be a reference that everyone would get because
Yeah.
there's a lot more obscure references that just wouldn't make the point.
Yeah. No, fair enough. I can take that.
Oh my gosh, all of these adepts. I'd be curious to see what the shades end up doing. Like, I feel like you could do a lot of interesting things if all you had was 3 months and the goal of making the adepts do interesting things with their shades. You could definitely
Yeah.
get some cool things out with it. They're so versatile, but they require a lot of knowledge and reactions that it's probably not a feasible thing for ladder life, for bot life.
No. So yeah, it looks like additional pylons takes this one down as well.
Yeah, additional pylons is crushing it.
Yep.
Today.
So I think we've got 2 more to get through, and then we'll go back to the final 3 casting games.
Okay. Yeah, additional pylons definitely looks like he's going to advance.
So the next one is veteran against three-way lover. Yeah, it's finding interesting how veteran three-way lover decides to chase a single SCV with like 4
Oh my
probes.
gosh, with 4 probes this time.
He gets a he gets a marine, but I'm not sure that's exactly worth it.
There we go. Now the SCVs are going out too.
Oh,
Yeah, that's I I guess that's a mistake or some sort of unexpected consequence. You never want to chase that
yeah,
many with that many workers unless perhaps you could hit a sweet spot where you chase with maybe or like you go ahead you attack with maybe like 5 probes and you do a pseudo worker pool, but
uh,
you do it just to the point where you get ahead in economy and then you
yeah,
just play a macro game from there, so that the intent's not to kill but to just gain a lead of some sort.
yeah. But at what point does that become then the worker rush, and you just kind of like almost worker rushing the person, but
But
with just a few.
it's
Yeah,
not a worker rush, it's almost a worker rush.
yeah. So yeah, I think the veteran is under a lot of stalker pressure from three-way lover there, but it looks like
Veterans
the
up. Oh, it's mostly just worker supply.
yeah, but well, yes. So there is quite a large army lead for veteran, and I think so. I think this is the game where three-way lover actually crashed. Um,
Oh,
yeah, I think what happens here is um, I think veteran makes it up the ramp, and three-way lover decides at that point that that's the time to tap out. So spoilers, guys. But
a
yeah,
lot of widow mines not really being able to do much.
yeah. So at that point, three-way lover crashed, and the last game I'm going to put on for the highlights is going to be additional pylons versus Qbot. Um,
There's Qbot. Okay.
uh,
No.
uh,
Oh, I think Qbot might win this. No, there's
no.
why is there yeah, why are there two cannons already?
He knows what's coming. He knows what's coming. It's
Yeah, he must have. It's there can't be a better build order counter
no.
than to have those
It's.
cannons up.
I
Okay.
mean, with enough Zerglings, you can probably just run directly past it. But like, yeah,
Yeah, you definitely could.
uh,
Oh, but this
yes,
hidden this kind of like proxy expansion could be bad.
yeah.
So there's that.
It does look like he's gonna get that. So, uh,
You're
yeah,
right though. If he does get enough Zerglings, he might be able to overpower those 4 cannons, and then some might
yeah,
even like run past and forget about the cannons and start spilling over into the other parts of the base.
yeah. I don't. I think he's got those cannons at the front of his base, but once he gets past those, he can just go in and murder all the workers. But I don't know that that's
Yeah,
really in.
that's kind of all the defense that additional pylons has.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
think
that's so close.
I don't think that's really in his code though. Um, as we see additional pylons come across the map. So if additional pylons wins this, and looks in a good position to at the moment, he is on track for a perfect split, or not perfect split. That's a different bot, or a perfect week anyway, which would be amazing for him. Uh,
Yeah,
Interesting story actually. Additional pylons is only in this competition because 5 minute bot pulled out at the last minute. So talk about taking your chances. He's doing a fantastic job.
wow, the real underdog.
Yeah,
And showing a really strong performance too. So,
yeah.
is this enough? So if additional bots or additional pylons wins this, is this enough to guarantee a first place seed?
No. I will come to that in 1 minute because I've just done the bracket and it's
Uh,
actually
pineapple, pineapple.
pineapple. Yep. It's actually getting very interesting. So let me just put that up. So this is the current standings. Each bot has 1 game left to play. Um, so additional pylons has qualified, but he hasn't guaranteed a first place seed yet. Um, so the final bots are final games. Let me just check. It's Qbot against Veteran. Um, Veteran's still in with a chance, but he'll need things to go very much in his favour. Um, so the real interesting games are Three-Way Lover against Tyr. Um, if Tyr wins, he could go even. Actually, if if Tyr wins the next game, Tychus wins the next game, and yeah, it doesn't matter about the other one. That will
And
leave
additional
us with
pylons loses, then we have a three-way
a
tie.
three-way tie. But what's more interesting is if Tychus loses and Tyr loses, then we're going to get a three-way tie for second place. Either way, it's going to be exciting, guys. So yeah, let's get to the games. First up is going to be Qbot against Veteran.
Okay, so Veteran needs this win
He
to
needs
stand a chance.
he needs this win and some pretty funky results from the other games to actually stand a chance of winning. So let's see if he can do his part at least.
Alrighty, I'm in the game. I'm ready to
Cool.
go when you are.
Ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Okay, so Qbot's saying he's version 1.91. And yep, across.
Good luck, have funds are called. Not a single GG has been called though, so
Actually,
a lot of kind of no respect that the bots have for each other or their authors.
Actually, Tyr did. I seem to remember Tyr did call GG on one of the games. I don't know if we streamed it.
Tyr's definitely got the nicest bot award.
Yeah. I don't know. He doesn't really have a lot of smack talk apart from that, though. I did like additional pylons comments about being worse than H-Jacks, so.
Oh yeah, that came out of nowhere. Pleasant surprise.
Although we do have another group tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. Oh, a couple of workers pulled to take out this drone.
I will be right back. My beer has somehow emptied itself. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Cool, man. So yeah, I think we're just waiting right now as we see one SCV come across the map. And predictably, as always, the Zerglings are going to come out. It looks like there's a nice wall up at home for Veteran though, so hopefully, I don't think this is going to do much work on this. As we see the SCV chased all the way back. Oh, poor SCV. And he left the Marine outside the wall. Oh. Damn it. Ah, it doesn't look like these Zerglings are going to get through though. Oh. Poor Zerglings. So that's the first attack down. There's another couple more coming. And this poor Marine stuck outside. Will it be left to die? No.
I'm back.
Ah, cool. Have you got another full beer?
I do.
Awesome. I had enough of those last night, so I'm staying off the beer tonight. I'm strictly on coffee.
I actually had no beers last night.
Ah.
I actually contemplated about getting a bottle of wine, but I just didn't really have time. I had to rush home after my workout, eat dinner, and then I got back just in time.
I'm saving my bottle of nice stuff for the final.
For the final. So what do you have? Do you have a bottle of champagne?
I have some really nice whiskey, actually.
Oh, some really nice whiskey.
Yeah. So I can get some champagne though, possibly. But in the meantime, the Zerglings have actually made it through the wall and probably
I thought that was actually going to be a lot worse than it was, but
yeah.
Veterans Stutter step was really on point there.
Yeah.
Wow, this is not a good spot for Cubot to be in.
No. At this point, we're just waiting for the attack from Veteran to come, and he doesn't normally disappoint us on that one. Scan into the main, sees
Oh,
absolutely nothing.
Cubot's hatchery is off.
Yeah, he doesn't use that for mining.
That's
Like,
true.
it doesn't really matter if you don't use it for mining. It's like that's just for more Zerglings. There's a few of them having a party in the middle of the map. But yeah.
Yeah, Cubot was really unlucky having only one strat. It seems like you cannot have one strat to
No,
get out successfully.
it's like some of the in the early seasons of the ladder, this strategy would have been extremely successful. In fact, we did have a bot that I myself made that literally just threw Zerglings at the opponent and won the first season of the ladder. So so it was very, very successful when we did it early in the ladder. But right now the bots are so much better that you can't just throw Zerglings at people and hope for the best. Unfortunately, although it does get the bunker down. But
it's really been cool to see how much all of the bots have been advancing over. I'm kind of like an early member. Is Veteran gonna lose actually?
I don't know. He's got an awful lot of workers down. Wow.
He doesn't pull his SCVs.
Oh,
Oh
come
my
on,
gosh.
Cubot. Come on, Cubot. You can do it. But he's down to.
Oh, Cubot,
No.
use your Zerglings better. This might actually, if Cubot gets a clerical mass,
Yeah, I don't think.
only Hellions are being made. Depends on the shots. This could go either way, I think.
The problem is he only has 11 workers, so he's not really getting enough income to really pump that Zergling supply up.
Oh, wow, look at this. Veterans has a Hellbat. He morphed his Hellion into a Hellbat. I wonder why. And also, the reaction from going instead of Cyclones to making these Hellions and then turning them into Hellbats. That's a really cool thing. Reactionary Hellbats like this against Zerglings. That pretty much guarantees Veteran cannot lose this.
Yeah, as we see the Zergling's going to come in here, I think they're just going to get barbecued. Yep.
When Hellbats have +3 attack, I believe, and Blue Flame,
Yeah.
they will one-shot Zerglings that have +3 armor.
Wow.
But only up to that point. They need to have Blue Flame and +3.
I mean, they're still going to be fairly effective here, so.
Yeah, they're like my favorite unit, to be honest. The Cyclone was my favorite unit, and then it got changed like 5 times, and it just can't be your favorite unit when when you just change your identity so many different times. You don't know what you fell in love with in the beginning, in the first place.
See, I still love the DTs. Call me a filthy Protoss, but yeah. No, I don't know. I do love just brushing in with Stalkers as well. That's
Okay, how about this?
fun.
What's your favorite non-human unit? Is a DT considered a human?
I think it is.
Not.
See, I used to love carriers. But yeah. I think these Zerglings are going to get fried. Roast
It's
Zergling,
really
anyone?
satisfying to watch those Hellbats roast the Zerglings in a choke point.
Yeah. See, I remember Brood War where carriers were just sort of like totally OP. So, you know, I kind of like loved carriers from that and carried it
Oh
across.
yeah, I thought about the same thing when you said carriers. I just thought, yeah, they used to be really great in Brood War. Oh, Unusual says that the best unit is the Arbiter.
Oh god, yes.
Favorite unit? The best unit? Yeah, definitely.
See, I preferred the Dark Archons from Brood War as well.
Oh yeah.
They used to
I
be
don't even
fun.
remember what they do.
They go and like mind meld the opponents and just
Kind of
take
like
them.
an infestor, I guess.
Yeah, but it's more
Good.
permanent. So
Pineapple. Pineapple
pineapple,
is called.
pineapple, pineapple, pineapple. Okay, um, so
Next.
veteran has done his part. He's now on 6 for 4. Unfortunately, Cubot finishes without a win on 0-10.
That's rough, but
Yeah,
everyone has tough tournament runs.
yeah. And like, there's a lot of room for improvement there, and hopefully he'll come back with something better next time. So let's move straight on to three-way lover against Tia. So veteran has done his part. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, going. I need to put the window up. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. So, on the bottom left over here is the Protoss. It is three-way lover. And the top right, this time, Protoss. Again for Tia. GLHF is called. It doesn't have the symbol though, so I don't know if that
I would also
counts.
like to see a decal
Yeah,
for in next to the nexuses and other town halls.
that would be cool actually. I might do that. I mean, you can just go and edit the map and run it on there, I guess.
Wait, what? Like,
Oh,
um, how is that an option in the in from the proto that you can change that? Just like you can change chat messages and stuff.
I don't know actually. I need to have a look into that.
I feel like it
But
would not be,
yeah,
but if it is, then everyone should start doing that immediately.
that would be so cool. But yeah, I mean, one thing I think I think all the major tournaments actually edit the map to have their own decals on the map. So like if you see it all the GSL where they have like GSL symbol in your base or something, they've actually
Oh yeah,
specifically
yeah.
edited the map for that. Um, it's something I'd like to do for this, but it's just the problem being that if you edit the map, you don't know if it'll affect the bots at all. It shouldn't do,
Yeah,
but yeah.
but if you just have it, have it just having. Oh my gosh, the four probes. Just having a, I don't even know if it's called a decal to be honest.
Yeah.
It's where you have that floating picture in the corner of uh, in the
Oh
corner,
yes,
like
that one.
right
Yeah,
next to your town hall.
yeah,
And I feel like decal is the wrong word, but that this way, all of the different authors would be able to add a little bit of extra flair to their bots.
yeah. That
Give
would be
them
really
maybe
cool.
a face to the name.
So I
Well,
think we
look at
see
this. What a crazy
four.
strategy by Three-Way Lover.
Yep,
We've got
four,
four
four
gateways.
gateways.
We have a hidden nexus.
That's pretty cool.
It is. Tyr, on the other hand, is going for a very normal build.
Yep.
Stalker, Stargate.
He might
Only
be going for.
two probes on each gas. That might be a bit of a problem.
I
It's not something you normally see.
no, but I think he might be going for some early sort of like Oracle harass maybe.
Oh, he's also not getting Warp Gate either.
Not yet, although he doesn't have a lot of money for that. So, oh yeah, he does have the money for that. Sorry. I don't know why he wouldn't be getting that.
He's got 26 out of 47 pylons with the Nexus about to finish. So he has like two extra pylons that he doesn't need right now.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's more like just one. So he could get his money from there. But
So
it doesn't. We'll see how that it goes against Three-Way Lovers build. I really am favoring Three-Way Lover right now. How about you? What about you?
yeah, I think he's just going mass zealot here. He's not even bothering with a cyber. He's just going straight up mass zealot. Throw him into the base. I think it's like Qbot strategy, but a bit more refined, maybe. But he doesn't. It's weird where he's sending these zealots, though. I think he knows that Tyr likes to expand quickly.
He's gonna run into this third base, maybe.
I don't know
Yep.
if you see it. Yeah, he saw it. So
He actually was. His units were rallied to it. If you look at
yeah.
the third base, there's still that bright red
Oh
rally indicating
yes, I
that
see
here.
that. Yeah,
I'm not really sure where that's coming from though. Maybe it's all the new units or something.
possibly. Yeah, all the new units are coming out directly to there.
Oh geez, so Tyr's in a lot of trouble now.
Yeah.
He's got a second Stargate, and he didn't use that money for, say, an Oracle or a Void Ray. That could have really sealed the deal here in the defense.
Yeah. And here we see the all the probes coming in.
These Stalkers cannot kill the Zealots fast enough.
No.
They're also not doing a very good job at microing around them, too.
No. But I think we've got some zealots in the natural as well. That's just gonna kill them off. But it doesn't.
Oh my gosh. These Stalkers are...
Wow.
That's not something that really should ever happen.
No.
Stalkers losing to Zealots. I think this is...
This is
Just
GG.
about-
Yeah.
This is game. It was a really interesting rush to see. Like, I wonder why... what the purpose of the second Nexus was for, because... okay, so you're building 2 more gateways. You got a total of 8 gateways, and you're making just Zealots off of 2 bases.
Yeah.
Well, the effectiveness of the strategy would have been decided long before all of these gateways are online, even before you get like your 5th, 6th, 7th gateways.
Yeah. I don't know. He's how many has he got? Like 8, 9, 10th one coming out. Like he's still getting more and more gateways. But like,
Yeah.
if Tyr ever uses these Stargates, it's going to be a major problem. But I don't think he has.
All he needed was 1 Void Ray,
Yeah.
and he could have won this game. And I say could have because Void Rays don't do extra damage against light units.
No, they would have cleaned it up, but cleaned it up very slowly.
Yeah, and it might have been too slow, in fact.
Yeah.
But he would have at least not... It would have given him a chance.
Yeah. Would have given him an answer to it. So yeah.
Yeah. Everyone is SMHing at the 2 Stargates.
Oh god. Poor Tyr.
It's like, really, these guys are the ones who are gonna take over humanity in the future.
Yep. So there we go, Tyr GG's.
GG. Alright, good game from 3-Way Lover. Does that tie 3-Way Lover up now with additional pylons?
Let me just take a look at the thing. So yeah, so 3-Way Lover is on 4 for 6. So
6-4, you mean?
No, 3-Way Lover's on 4-6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. Sorry, that's correct. Sorry, I'll just get this up on the screen. So it comes down to our final game. Tychus versus additional pylons. Tychus needs to win, else we have a 3-way tie for second place, and we have some tiebreakers. So
Oh my gosh, yeah.
just letting you know, guys, tiebreakers, if they are needed, have already been played, but I'm not saying whether they were needed or not.
And it's not, you can't even be like, well, this bot had less losses. It's all the same.
No, in actual fact, it's all split between all 3 of them. So I think Tychus won all of his games up against those guys in the first week, and then lost them all this week. So yeah, it's all tied on that score as well. So we have to do a 3-way tiebreaker if Tychus if additional pylons wins this next game. So all down. I think we have tier and veteran, Air Sea and tier, watching this one with great interest.
A lot of marbles are at stake here.
So not only is Mind Me cheering on additional pylons here, but Air Sea and Tier are his biggest fans. So let me know when you're ready.
I am ready. Let's get this game
Cool.
underway.
In 3, 2, 1, go. And we are on Darkness Sanctuary.
Also, switch the screens before it's too late. People don't like staring at us. We're not that entertaining.
I don't know what you mean. Like, totally entertaining. Anyway, so top right-hand corner up here is Tychus. Needs the win to qualify.
Nice bot. I bet it will do a good job cleaning my floors after this battle.
Oh, that's great. So yes, additional pylons in the top left. Interestingly though, if Tychus does win this game, he will take the first seed because he has the 2-0 head-to-head record over additional pylons as he beat him last week. So there won't need to be a tiebreaker for first place. So there is still something on the line for additional pylons here.
I guess it depends on how Group B plays out too, because
yeah,
their seeds will determine. Because sometimes a first seed isn't always the best seed. Usually it is, but
yeah.
not all.
Although I think, like, given the bots in the other group, I think Perfect Split is top place on that group at the moment, and he is scary. That's one scary bot. I'd want to do anything to avoid that. But we don't know what's going to happen because a lot of the bots have been updated, so yeah, could be anything. But yeah, I think we're seeing a scout, so additional pylons has scouted the base. I don't know if Tychus knows where additional pylons is at the moment.
Oh boy.
No,
Jack says the game should be insane. He's putting a lot of pressure on it already.
There we go. Let's see Tychus taking the first expansion this time.
A lot of normal stuff.
Yep.
Really nice to see. Well, where's Tychus Reaper going before I finish that point? Okay, yeah. So SCV scouts the bottom left-hand position, and then everyone knows that the Protoss player spawned in the top left. So Tychus Reaper saves a bunch of time and goes straight ahead into the main base, and there's nothing to defend.
Oh, there's not even the Stalker on the way. This could be bad.
Just finished. There's no chrono for that Stalker, so a bunch of probes are going to go down. I'm not really sure why the Reaper is so timid against just probes, though.
Yeah, so a Stalker is coming out now, but it's going to be some losses there. Already 4 probes gone down. Probably 5 by the time that Stalker gets to it.
It's been chronoed at least, so...
Yeah.
Ooh. Grenade hits the wrong spot.
So that's a nice start.
We're gonna die.
I think it is. But it's done its job. Like 5 probes. That's a pretty good return for an initial Reaper.
Yeah, that was definitely very solid. But there are bigger things to worry about when you have such limited tactical options as a bot.
Yeah.
Maybe the 5 probes won't make too big of a difference.
Yeah, so we see a Stalker coming in here. I don't know what a single Stalker is going to get done, but...
A little poking isn't bad. A human would be able to gain additional insight off of what's going on. So you see the bunker being finished, you see only Marines. That usually indicates that the factory is...
Nicely done. All right, I'm saying you're very much in the lead on the smack talking prize, but yeah.
No, did it appear to just ally? So that one just appeared to allies, but the first one appeared to all chats. So
yeah,
if the other bot doesn't know that you're smack talking it. Does
Yeah,
it really count?
I don't know. I guess it possibly does. Um,
It's like saying something bad in your head. Like, okay, cool. That it might have been a genius thing, but no one else saw it.
I have the most genius quotes in my head every time. Just nobody knows.
Okay, well, let's hear one now. You can say it live on stream.
I'll save it up for when I think of something good. But yeah, we see stalkers coming in here, but the widow mines aren't burrowed, so yeah. Uh, One stalker goes down.
Tychus always is very consistent with having not too many widow mines, but always just a couple that are kind of just part of the army. I guess
Yeah,
you don't really have to invest a lot of uh, effort into making the widow mines work effectively. You just kind of get a random shot off, and generally it's better than never,
I am
or better,
surprised.
better than nothing.
Yeah, I am surprised he's left them here like unburrowed though. Um, he possibly
Oh
should just
no.
leave them. There's a couple of stalkers going down for additional pylons.
What does additional Okay, he has a Tempest. He
Wow.
has a Tempest. Now, we've seen a lot. I think we've seen a lot of Tempest play, a lot of effective Tempest play in this season.
Yeah. It does.
So this Tempest might be good, especially if you can keep him alive.
It does seem a very good unit that you can just stay out of range with and micro very easily.
Yeah, this 15 range gives you the ability to you don't have to do a lot. I guess what I'm trying to say is the other player has, well, as I'm saying that, this Tempest,
Tempest is going
dying.
down. It might survive.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow, that's massive.
It's fast enough, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
3.15, 3.15. If Tychus stimmed the Marines, then the Tempest would
Oh,
have
but it's
died.
going to run straight into this tower. Oh no! Oh. While we say that, the third base from additional Pylos got taken down.
It is now being rebuilt in a
In
slightly altered
what?
position.
How? This is two bots we've seen today that have put their bases in very strange positions.
Oh, look at this! I like how the Protoss army killed the destructible rocks. That helps. Helps a bit.
We see now a possible drop into the main from Tychus.
This is gonna
Coming
hurt.
across, yeah. There's one stalker being walked in.
Tychus has a huge lead right now.
Yeah.
This is not looking too great for that three-way tie.
No. But oh my god, there are so many workers going down there. That's like all the probes. That's a nice disruptor shot almost hit.
Oh my gosh, Tempest gets taken out by the Widow Mines.
Oh no, this is getting worse and worse here for additional pylons. What about our three-way tie, guys? You had one job.
29 workers have been killed. I don't think additional pylons has the steam left to recover.
As we say, that Tychus has a nice army lead as well. I think
Very
he's
nice
just
army lead, a very stable economy. Upgrades as well.
Yeah, I think he's just going to walk straight across here, and there's not
Additional
really going to be
pylons.
much of an answer.
Maybe
Oh
a
my
cool
god, that disruptor shot! Oh! What a split by Tychus! That was insane!
Great split.
Oh wow.
Adding insult to injury.
Yeah. So the Immortal went down as well. I think this base is going to get cleaned up. But is he going to worry about this base, or is he just going to keep on going straight into the main? Or at least into the natural? Got one more
Tempest is out.
Tempest out.
Again.
So.
Well, there's nothing really standing in the way from Tychus' victory at this point.
No. As the workers go down, more down to just 14 workers down from 13.
I think that as time goes on, Tychus has a very strong foundation for how the
Yeah,
bot is built.
yeah,
It's a very strong macro based build. There's a lot of tactics that happens, such as drops and using widow mines, progressing with tech, and those are all good things to have, especially when like the next season and like every tournament after that, you're building upon the knowledge that or the things that you've coded before. So you're starting to see a compound effect of how the
yeah.
bot will play out.
Yeah, I think we see that in a lot of bots at the moment, but Tychus especially has got a very nice foundation to go from. Uh,
Oh, I like these Vikings.
oh, the Vikings coming out. That's the ultimate answer now to the Tempest, but there doesn't appear to be enough of them. So,
I'm not even really sure. Like, I don't really fully understand what Blizzard is thinking with the Tempest right now. Because you think that Viking is supposed to be an answer, but looking at the stats, a Viking has 3.85 move speed, a Tempest has 3.15. So the Tempest is still fairly fast compared to the Viking.
yeah,
Tempest has more health, Tempest has better range. So if you have enough Tempests, you can kind of indefinitely kite the Vikings.
sure, but the Tempest is a lot more expensive.
Is it
I,
didn't is it 300 minerals, 200 gas?
I think, is it 350 minerals?
50?
Uh, I, I could check.
It's
Just
250 minerals,
ah,
175 gas.
yeah. So
I
it's still
believe a
reasonably
Viking
expensive.
is either 125, 125 or 150, 150. I think
Yeah,
125, 125. But Viking is definitely not a cheap unit to make.
no. Um, as I think we see the final death throws of additional pylons here. So there goes our three-way tie.
Good game, good game.
GG, guys. I'll watch this to the end just out of respect to additional pylons. But additional pylons went 4 for 1 this week, like at this game. Um, yeah, so he still had a fantastic week. Thrown himself into second place.
Yeah, Tychus just got lucky. That's all.
Yeah. So there we have it. Let's update the bracket. Um, let me just go down here.
Oh, we finished just in time. It's starting to get pretty dark outside.
Yeah.
And if I turn on my other light, then you can't see me.
Oh, that's cool. So, sorry, that's round the wrong way. Actually, Tychus is in first place. Let me just edit that quickly. Yes, so Tychus is in first place due to the head-to-head record. He has 2-0 record over additional pylons. Tier and Veteran share an equal record, so they shared third and fourth place. Three-way Lover, and then Qbot. Well played, everyone. Even if you're eliminated, it's a fantastic effort from everyone in the group. Qbot landed on 0-10, but no disrespect to him, he made it into the tournament in the first place, which is still a big achievement for someone who only came onto the ladder this split. So still lots to be proud of there, guys. And thanks for playing, everyone. But
Just to clear things up, we don't need the tiebreaker because, like Chippy Dip said, Tychus is 2-0 against additional pylons from, I believe, last week's games. This was
yes,
the final games from Group A that determines the standings in only Group A.
yes.
I guess that means that Group B is going to kind of be split up between Sunday and Saturday.
Uh,
Next Saturday,
Group B will be all dealt with tomorrow. So
all dealt with tomorrow.
yes. So
Okay, cool, cool.
So the first games from Group B have already been played. So that was last week. Again, Perfect Split is in the lead on that one with 4-1 record. It's a scary, scary bot, but let's see how that does. Um,
Oh, I see what happened. Okay.
yeah. So, will you be around tomorrow night at all? Or
Yes, yes,
awesome.
yes.
Thank you. It's been fantastic having you here. It was great to have an expert analysis. Thank you very much for coming. I'm going to sign off. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you've got any questions, join us on Discord. We've got a Patreon set up. If you look at the site, I would post a link. But yeah.
Can't
So
wait to see the games tomorrow. I'll see everyone then.
cool. Thank you very much. Goodbye.